Want to talk about the battle against the coronavirus. New York State's 20 hotspot zip codes have hit a COVID-19 positivity rate of 5.5%. That's more than 5 times the state average.
And more than half of those hotspots are here in the city. Governor Cuomo is giving the mayor one last chance to stop this spread before the state steps in with drastic measures. News 4's Andrew Siff is live at the Bensonhurst section of Brooklyn for us. Andrew?
And Chuck, some not great news just a few minutes ago from the city health department. They've added the neighborhoods of Fresh Meadows and Hillcrest in Queens with a higher than 3% positivity rate, yet another area of concern. They know their kids go to class in a COVID hot zone.
We're really careful, and this school is really good when it comes to taking care of the children.
And so far, the mayor has rejected a teachers union suggestion to close schools in 9 key neighborhoods. How close are we to that point where you would need to close down schools in these targeted zip codes?
We will watch it very carefully, daily, hourly. And if at any point we determine we need to close an individual school or any number of schools in that area, we will.
In Rockland County, several yeshivas putting out a new order today that children should not be seen without a mask. That after the governor urging authorities there and in the city to step up mask enforcement. An urgent request with COVID hospitalizations now above 600, a 50% jump since the start of the month. I asked Governor Cuomo if he's planning to roll back indoor dining amid these clusters. Wouldn't it make sense to take a stronger, more precautionary action like you did several months ago?
Do step 1 first. Enforce the mask compliance. Issue a ticket. And if that doesn't work, yes, then we're going to have to take more serious action.
In Forest Hills today, mask compliance near 100% at this kosher food pantry, where they're handing out 1,000 meals per week in the pandemic.
We have set up some guidelines for all our clients so that there's social distancing.
But the challenge could grow steeper as high school and middle schools open tomorrow. Another 800 school buildings open to kids for the first time since March.
The teachers, the staff, we're all happy to be back, but at the same time, we're very concerned.
But high school and middle schools are opening tomorrow for now, and so is indoor dining moving forward for now. All this as these 10 neighborhoods in the city with coronavirus cases rising at, quote, according to the health department, an alarming rate. Live in Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
Okay, Andrew, thank you. There was also a concerning rise in COVID cases in New Jersey. The state's reporting a 3% positivity rate, the highest since July. Ocean County now has an infection rate of about 5%, and Lakewood is hardest hit there with 134 cases and a 27% positivity rate. Governor Murphy says Lakewood is the state's main focus right now.
Well, today, the city's 5 boroughs are doing something the rest of the tri-state has already been enjoying, a meal inside of a restaurant. Finally, indoor dining back for the first time since March, despite the uptick that you just heard Chuck and Andrew talking about. News 4's Gabi Acevedo live in Park Slope to show us how things are going out there where you are. Hi, Gabi.
Hi, Natalie. It is indeed a big day for restaurants around Park Slope, serving inside for the first time in more than 200 days. But we found that customers still prefer the outdoor option while the weather is still nice. After more than 200 days barred by COVID-19, indoor dining is finally back across New York City.
The objective is to make it safe to indoor dine, yes. And the guidelines that they put down are safety measures that are very reasonable.
Mayor de Blasio reminding New Yorkers that strict safety guidelines have been put in place in order to make this transition into indoor serving a smooth one for customers and employees.
It's crucial, of course, to bringing back more jobs and helping businesses to survive, but health and safety, as always, come first.
It's all about making it COVID safe to have a meal inside. Some New Yorkers already feel comfortable with the indoor option.
And the city's done such a good job of wearing masks and following all the rules, so it seems like we're ready for that next step.
But others are still skeptical, despite the protocols, favoring outdoor dining while the weather is still not an issue.
I think people have to feel safe. What's the point of going into an indoor situation without feeling safe?
Yeah, I'll probably stick with outdoors dining. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think, as John said, that we are ready for it.
William Rubin, owner of La Villa Pizzeria, is glad to have people inside his restaurant, stressing that the safety of his employees and whole operation is at the top of his priority list.
I got 3 children at home that I don't want to bring anything home to them. I got a wife at home. I don't want to bring anything home to them. So I got to make sure that the operation aspect of it is, safe.
Ruben is already making plans, thinking about progress that may lead to more diners inside come November.
The guidelines are going to have to change because I can't safely, social distance at 50%. It's not going to work.
Some New Yorkers told us they're going to wait out on indoor dining, concerned about what Chuck and Andrew were just commenting on. Neighborhoods across Brooklyn seen an alarming uptick in COVID-19 cases. Reporting live from Park Slope, Gabby Acevedo, News 4, New York.
All right, Gabby, thank you. New York City pools are back open. They have to follow strict capacity limits of 33%, and they have to comply with state health regulations to prevent the spread of COVID-19. At Asphalt Green Fitness Center on the Upper East Side, staff will keep track of the number of guests who register in advance, and masks are required inside to and from the pool. The City Parks Department says its recreation centers and indoor pools will not open yet because their sites are being used for coronavirus testing, food distribution, and child care services.